Hello, everyone. You'll have to bear with me. I'm not very good at public speaking, and no one here is naked yet. Okay, before I begin, I want to let you know that the bottom half of the first slide constitutes the entire question and answer portion of my presentation. That's because, A, if you take any of the advice I'm about to give you, I want you to forget who I am, which is the top part, and B, not come see me. Now, I'm going to tell you a lot of ways to really screw yourself, and I mean this. This isn't legal advice. If you need to consider it legal advice, consider it to be very bad legal advice. All right, so let's get started. We've all been driving along, and we have seen this behind us. Now, here's where it begins. You have several choices. You can, A, as the Oregon Driver's Manual says, immediately drive as close as is safely practical to the right-hand edge or curve of the road, clear of any intersection, and stop. Guidelines. Or you can do that. You might think, hey, I can take this guy. Look, I mean, come on, he's on a Segway there. And this is great. And the reason I'm talking about this is because running from the cops is so dangerous and so risky, and you have so little chance of success, I really want to encourage it. Okay, now I know there's some Prius owners here in the crowd, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, all right, at 35 miles per hour, I can get 78 miles per gallon, which means I can make it all the way to Montana before I have to pull over to fuel up. That's terrific. Do it. And I like to think, when running from the cops, that when you cross a state line, it's like a video game. You're unlocking levels. And by levels, I mean law enforcement agencies and judicial systems of that state. And I've given you some goals to reach for. Every trophy up there is a state without a death penalty. Okay, so let's say you've messed up, you've pulled over, you've turned off your engine, you've got your hands at the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock positions. Prepare, have a drink, have a shot, get on your phone, because the cops love to be put on hold. Okay, now this is counterintuitive. When a cop comes up to your window, you don't want to be nervous. And the reason is, if you're totally calm, in a Zen state, just relaxed, half asleep, they're gonna start looking for signs of drug abuse. Really. So, fidget. This is actually very important. Cops are nervous. When they come to your window, they're just as nervous as you are, and they're going to be watching your hands, because hands are the things that can hurt them. So if you put your hands all over the place and don't hold it still, you're going to keep them on edge. All right, the flashlight. Let's talk about this thing for a minute. The cops don't have bad eyesight. They're holding a 1.5 foot long solid metal tube filled with lead batteries. If you're doing this right, this is what you're going to see, this is what the cop is going to see, and that's how he's going to start using it, okay? This is one of the more important tips. 90% of all weapons are either kept in the glove compartment or underneath your seat. So reach for the glove compartment, and reach quickly, all right? They love it when you do that, trust me. All right, feedback. How do you know if you're doing this right? How do you know if you're following my instructions? Watch for them reaching for their belts. Nothing on their belt is going to be good for you. There's not going to be a kitten in a holster. There's not going to be any thank you cards for putting them on edge. That's not going to happen. You have the right to remain silent. Do not use it. I'm really not going to say anything else about this slide. Okay, so remember this, right to remain silent, and give permission. It's not your fault you didn't have time to put away your bag of dried oregano or clean up your child's strawberry birthday cake knife that you just came from. And when the cop sees that, he's going to ask to search your car. Let him. You could say no. You could say, I value my right to privacy, whatever. Say, yeah, go ahead, officer, look through everything. Confess. Otherwise, you'll get away with murder. All right, that right to remain silent, don't use that, and you have to confess, because apparently police these days need a confession in order to prosecute. Go figure, despite the evidence. Resistance is not futile. Okay. A cop's going to give you instructions. When you resist, hey, they're going to haul you off to jail. So just, if they tell you to step out of your car, if they tell you to open the trunk, whatever, tell them no. Throw a hissy fit, whatever, that's going to work for you. All right, this one's thanks to my grandmother. She's from Italy, and apparently they have a different way of handling traffic tickets over there. This never occurred to me before, but when the cop hands you the citation, hey, try to pay now. And hire an attorney. Wait to hire an attorney. That's right. Wait till the very last minute. Attorneys can do a lot of things for you, but the less time you give them, the harder they have to work, and the less they actually like you. The best part is you wait till after your arraignment, after you pled guilty, or even if after you got sentenced to contact them. That's a lot of fun. Ignore the court date. Judges have a great sense of humor. They're really a lot of fun, and that summons they give you, that's just a guideline. So I'll tell you what, ignore it. Let's see what happens. So I guarantee this, and attorneys don't guarantee this very often. If you take any one of my suggestions, that traffic citation or class who cares misdemeanor is going to get turned up to 11. All right, thank you very much.